everyone, it's Deborah. A tornado was supposed to hit us last night. It didn't, thank goodness. I stayed up all night wondering when or how I was supposed to evacuate. But yeah, the winds and the rain were very fierce, very fierce. So I just did a video about Lyme's disease, which I contracted about, I guess, 8 years ago. And I do think this is contributing to a lot of my fatigue, because I think when you get your immune system worn down, it comes back on you a little bit, you know? So I might need help, somebody bonding me out of jail tonight, because I'm gonna have to steal some gravel. I'm gonna have to steal some gravel from my flower boxes. Yeah, I can see it now in the print. Old grandma arrested for stealing gravel off the side of the road. But I wanted to talk about some of my dates. These are hilarious and sad at the same time. One of the first guys that I was with, he was driving like an older vehicle, an older truck. We had a couple of dates, and I started noticing things about him, because when I did call him, he was on, I think, Plenty of Fish. He had taken a photograph from a distance. Now, this is the one I call Lizard Man, okay? I noticed when I went out on a date with him that he only had one eye. So I said, you know what, I can deal with that. You know, he lost his eye, and let's see. Then I noticed that he had a gimp. Well, a lot of older people have a little bit of a walking problem. So I could deal with that. So he has a gimp. And I invited him to spend the night in one of my 4 bedrooms. And I had a security camera. I had a security camera, game camera that you hook to the tree, and it's motion detected camera. So I was looking at this video of what was on the camera with the SD card about 2 weeks later, and I see him outside gathering firewood in his whitey tighties. Okay, at 6 a.m. Now listen, I stoke my own fire. Ain't nobody need to be stoking my fire at 6 a.m. So that didn't bother me. And then I went to his house once, and he lived in a mansion. I mean, a mansion. There were so many bedrooms, I couldn't count them all. He had tennis courts, swimming pool, guest house. And something kept bothering me, so I called my sister. And I said, what is going on with this guy? He's always got his tongue hanging out. And she thought about it for a minute, scratched her head, and she goes, maybe he's masturbating in his mind. Hell, someone's trying to kiss my ass in the back. I go, oh, I never thought about that. Maybe that's what he's doing, masturbating in his mind. Yeah. So, one morning he was fixing me breakfast, which I was internally grateful for that. I was at his mansion. And I mentioned to him, I go, do you realize your tongue's hanging out? He goes, no. I go, well, it is. So here's a message to you guys and girls. Look at yourself in the mirror. You might have these weird things that keeps you from getting into a memorable relationship. Yeah, look in the mirror, and that's Lizard Man. And it was annoying as hell. Every time you looked at him, it was like this. I'm going, it was always out. I just couldn't grasp what the hell was wrong with him. No, I don't think he was afflicted. Maybe he was, but if he was, he wasn't admitting to it. But yeah, I said, I gotta go. So I left his house. I remember him pushing me up against my car saying, "You're not attracted to me, are you?" And I go, "No." That's Lizard Man. Stay tuned for some of my other dates. They're just as bad, okay? In the meantime, keep your tongue in your mouth.